Okay, so now we're on the Hero 8 black. So here's the Hero 3 silver, which doesn't have image stabilization. So the way you're supposed to put this on is, whoops, the camera fits nicely into that little slot right there. So anyway, this is the normal setup. You would normally just slide the camera in there and it fits under that little bracket and it fits perfectly into that slot right there. So it has a stable place to sit. And then of course you just tighten these screws here. So yeah, you just tighten those screws until it's nice and snug. And of course the camera fits in there. It fits just fine. Let me turn it on so it can stop flopping around like that. Boop, boop, boop. Let's turn it back on. There we go. Supposed to turn it on while it's upright. So anyway, and that works just fine. Camera is nice and snug. Everything's balanced. You can move it around how it's supposed to. Up, down, and around, and all that fun stuff. So anyway, when I bought it, I didn't realize that this only works with the Hero 3 through 7. It doesn't work with the Hero 8. And this was such a good deal. It was $80 or $90 when most gimbals like this cost a couple of $100s. And so I bought it, and I didn't even think I just didn't look that closely into it. But it's not advertised as working with the Hero 8. The one that's advertised as working with the Hero 8 is this guy. That is $160. So it's twice the price. And it has this little platform to put your Hero 8 on, which is much bigger and doesn't look as good. But you can also use it with other cameras, like point and shoot cameras. Let's go here. So like this, you can use it with point and shoot cameras, or you can use it with cell phones, whatever, so it's a multi-purpose one. But like I said, it's $160, so it's twice the price of this one. But then you look at this is a very simple problem. So the problem here is that the Hero 8 is a slightly thicker camera and slightly taller. So the thickness is not such a problem because you have these screws to account for that. But it's like a less than a quarter-inch too tall for this little bracket and where these screws are located. So if this was a quarter-inch taller or wider that direction, it would fit perfectly fine. There's no issue with using this for the Hero 8. It's a problem of mechanics. There's no issue that's preventing this from working with the Hero 8. So all I need to, basically is just something to hold the Hero 8 on to this. So I'm going to show you my solution. Let me switch cameras again. Let's turn this off. Alright, so I lost the audio for this portion of the video. It wasn't any good. So, but what I'm doing here is I'm trying to show you that when you sit the camera on there, it doesn't exactly fit into that little slot. So you have to leave either the top or the bottom out, sitting out of that slot. So it's better just to leave the bottom sitting in and the top out. That way the camera's gravity supported by that little bottom ledge, and so it can move around however you want it to without a small risk of it falling off. So my solution that I'm coming up with here involves the use of rubber bands here, small rubber bands. I happen to have black colored rubber bands, and then paper clips. So basically all I'm going to do is just stick a paper clip into the bottom of that lip, and the same thing on the other side over there, and then connect a rubber band in between the two. So just so happen to have white and black rubber bands here, so I'm going to use black just to keep it all one color and they don't look weird with different colors sticking out. So basically all you do is just pull the rubber band apart so that you can fit that clip into the little lip on the both sides of the mount.
And then, of course, insert your rubber bands in between both paper clips. I used 3 rubber bands instead of 2, because I figured that was safer. It'd be stronger, and if you ended up having 1 rubber band pop or 2 rubber bands pop, then of course you run the risk of your very expensive action camera falling off there. So use at least three small rubber bands. Then of course you would just pull it tight, and it's a little awkward, but you just get the end of that paper clip to stick inside of the little mount. There's slots in the little mount where the screws would go, and that's it. It's fairly simple. I mean, it it's kind of rigged, but it works. That top paper clip needs to be cut because it's a little bit too long, so it kind of sticks into the top of the GoPro. So I did later cut that paper clip, but it works just fine. That's really all you have to do is you just need to get something to hold the camera on there. I mean, there's no interface between the camera and the gimbal, so um, all you have to do is hold it on there. And you see there's no issue turning it around, there's no interference with anything. Everything's good. Really simple solution to a simple problem that really they should have fixed at the factory instead of trying to make you pay another $80. And I'm just being stupid here.
Hi, GoPro. I'm a GoPro. Johnny 5 alive. Johnny 5 alive.
Disassemble. Dead. Disassemble. Dead!
Hey, slow down!
No disassemble!
Where are you going?
Johnny 5, no disassemble. No disassemble. Anyway, it works. We are successful. Hero 8 on the iSteady Pro 2.